Hi guys, I'm about to go to the garage, but I've been doing consultations and had a couple of apprentice interviews this morning. And yeah, I just thought I'd show you this before I go to the garage because I've just got some new clobber from Drift Games. Drift Games YouTube channel, check them out. They're trying to raise funds for building a drift track in Ireland. You know, I'm always going on about, you know, like, subscribe, support the channel, stuff like that. I just wanted to show you this because I'm supporting other channels, you know. I've got a company that prints hoodies and t-shirts, but I'm still buying them from somebody else because I'm supporting their channel. I want them to build this track, you know. One day might get the chance of driving on that track, you know. So yeah, it's like, that's what I do. You don't have to do that. But what I'm saying is I watch their content and I appreciate what they do and the hard work that they put into it. And so if they've got, like, you know, merchandise for sale, then I'm gonna buy it because I know it's supporting their channel. So pretty soon we're gonna be putting, I've already told you, RB200 hoodies are available on my site. We do printed cups, and it's not all RB200. There's like car related stuff on there. There's all sorts of stuff on there. So what I'm saying is there's different ways to support the channel. Liking and subscribing is the free way of doing it. But I have had people saying, have you got a Patreon, or, you know, is there somewhere we can, you know, support the channel? And I haven't, and I wouldn't go begging for money. You know, if I'm gonna take any money off somebody, I want to provide value for that. You know, for that money, do you know what I mean? So if you want to support the channel financially, buying merchandise like this is a good way of doing it, you know. So it is available on my website, immortalartstudio.com, and we're going to be putting a shop onto the RB200 website as well. I just wanted to show you that. And there's a t-shirt under there as well. That's also Drift Games. There's a bunch of other bits that came today. I bought a big pack of stuff. Yeah, actually, there was 1,000 packs of these packages that they're doing, which they're using the money to build the track. But out of those 1,000 people who bought them, everybody gets entered into a competition, and one person is going to get to drive that track, and they'll be the first person, other than the Drift Games lads, to drift that track. So how cool would that be? You know what I mean? I'd love to do that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that, like, you know, I do support other channels. And while we're at it, let's show you my BMX. The crank's engraved, bash guards engraved, both sides of the chain rings engraved, seat clamps engraved, brake levers are engraved, stems engraved. So it's a 1991 GT Performer. It just sits there on the wall above the fireplace. And that wall there, that's a high resolution picture of a black opal. So I like opals. In fact, I've got a truckload of opal there. And that truck there is my first piece of art that I did when I was, I'm filming this backwards so I can't see what I'm doing. I made that when I was 7. There's some Datsun trucks. You know why I've got them. So yeah, I'm gonna go get changed, get my overalls on, and we're gonna be starting on Chucky's car. I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, we'll see you at the garage in, like, shortly. Right, that's me at the garage. Got here, and I put my Drift Games banner up. So that's the first job. Like, I know where I'm putting that, in the living room bit. Right, what am I doing today? Well, I'll show you what I've been doing. That's a bonnet relatively fresh out of the mould, and it's had a mild polish. Got a nice shine in it. It needs a lot more work, and you can see my little pinholes in it and stuff. So it's not perfect. Like, you could get away with it at a glance, you know, driving down the road, but for me, it needs to be better. Race car, yeah, it'll do, especially if you're putting graphics on it or wrapping it. Right, so I'm going to spend a few hours on Chucky's car, Paul's car's around at Jonathan's, and not a lot I can do, and I need to get this done for him taking it racing. Look at all the crap that came out of the booth, and that was just like sweeping this front corner here, so I'm going to have to give the floor a good scrub. As you seen yesterday, Chucky's car's now in the booth. I need to mask up everything underneath, the wheels and chassis and whatnot, windows, and then obviously the full front end, and then I'll put it back together because it all needs painted together. I could put the green on that in, you know, by itself, but I may as well just sit it on the front of the car. So, but first I'm going to go over to Jonathan's to see how he's getting on with Paul's car. Mind your head, Jonathan. So that's the suspension in, sitting nice. So we've had an accident. I think I've already said that the clamp fell on Jonathan's head because this pole got knocked out. The clamp isn't on at the minute, so it's doesn't have anywhere to sit. Didn't realise at the time when it happened, but round about here must be where it hit Jonathan's head, because
it hit us somewhere here.
About there.
Well, maybe there. It flexed up.
It's flexed, and we've got a little crack there. See it? So that's a bit of a ass to fix, but accidents happen. It's hurt. Ooh, Jonathan. So yeah, more repairs to do. So yeah, that's a bit of an ass. It's not an easy repair, it's a small repair, but it involves quite a bit of work to fix it. Tricky repair as well, right beside the vent. So I'm gonna have to like gouge all that out with the grinder. Probably put a patch of fiberglass in there, or else it's likely to crack again. So I have to go quite deep with it. Fill it, prime it, paint it, and that's essentially going to mean that the whole lower back panel is going to have to be painted, and then I'll have to redo the black once I've redone the green. Kind of running out of time, so, but I can't really do now until I get it back around here. So I need the booth sorted to obviously get that back in, so I'll have to get on with that thing. So I'll get a shot of the sunset. Can't see, you can just see dots. So it's all masked up, apart from the back wheels, because I want to I've put these arches on. I was messing on with them on the front, wasn't I? So I stuck one on Chucky's and I thought that looks decent, so I fired it on the other side as well, because his arch was, he needed extended anyway, so I fired those on, and now they need to come off, and I need to cut the inner archway, because you can see where it was, and like even on the dyno, fair enough it was strapped down, but like I've seen it catch on that, so this bit in here. So I'll take them off, cut it out, and then mask the back wheels up. Pretty much ready to go. I've no idea what time it is, but like I say, the sun's setting, so better get on. Have a feel about for anything in the back of this stuff. Just plastic. It's got a fire extinguisher under there, but we're nowhere near. I know he's on about putting bigger wheels on it as well, so give him a bit more clearance. So obviously the arch will go over the top of that, and he's just got a lot more wheel clearance, and I've got a bit of mess to tidy up. Just a quick one for you, because I've had my hands full. So guess what, I've not been recording. I've now got the front end of this base coated, and I'm just pissing about with the aerosols at the minute, just getting a base layer sort of down. Just using different greens and a yellow. Maybe put a bit of white on it for some highlights. I think I'm going to fire a bit of black on it as well in some places. I haven't really worked it out yet. So this is in the booth, and obviously I've got a problem with Paul's car, and you know, with the broken, the crack in the clam where Jonathan hit his head. But this is already in the booth, masked up when that happens, so I'm gonna have to get Paul's car back in the booth. I'm trying to get this done ASAP so I can get this out of the booth. Push come to shove, like, because it's still not ready anyway, it's still round at Jonathan's, so there's no I can do on it working around all Jonathan's stuff, so I'm just trying to get as far on with this as I can while I'm waiting. So yeah, I'll stick it on a tripod. I guess you want to watch a lot better. Once I find the tripod, I need to find the tripod. So if I was to say I was just making this shit up as I'm going along, then just about sums it up. There's no method to my madness at all. Just trying to get a flowing random pattern. Some of the cans are getting a bit low on pressure now, so really want to give the white a go. I'm quite nervous about it, because if I hit it with the white, it's sort of a no going back scenario. And I was going to use mesh, similar to what I did on Andy's, because that will give us a checker sort of finish. Try a little bit down here. Obviously I'm going to piss about with the Posca pens on the top of all this as well, so I'll see how Jonathan's getting on. If I have to, I will pull it out of the booth, but that looks alright. Gonna have a walk around. I was right about the white, wasn't I? Looks insane though. For entertainment purposes only. Posca paint pens. These, really cool, man. You can draw on clothing, iron it on, and it becomes washable. You can draw on glass, ceramics, put it in the oven, take it out, it's washable, it stays permanent. Or you can use them for stuff like this, or all sorts of different applications. So the whole idea with this is to create like a sectional, sort of, like you've drawn around everything, you know. Looks alright, doesn't it? It's messy effective, you know what I mean? It's a thing, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I'm going to fucking draw around the rivets. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to accentuate the rivets, like I'm going to make them more noticeable, I think. It's good fun, and it's quick and like, and you know, quite a fucking high impact. No, not really. I stressed about putting the white on though. I wished I didn't do it.
It actually looks alright.
Do you think? I was like, oh, I don't know, I don't like it. That was like the thing with the white. It was like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, oh, I'm doing it, and I was like, oh. I was like, damn, I kind of wished I never, but right, that's us just about done. Putting some lizard eyes onto the headlights. I haven't done that yet, but just give them a little highlight so they kind of look like they're on. Got some bats on there, just need to do a white highlight around them, but it's still wet, but it's like nearly 9 o'clock, so I haven't had out to eat all day. I've only had my breakfast, so pleased I've done the and the white looks alright. It's alright now that like I'm happy with it. I thought it was a bit much. I've got another bat in there. I'll fire a couple more on tomorrow maybe. Funky as hell. And really efficient, you know, like doesn't take the hugest amount of doing, you know. I think maybe started on it about 4:30, and that was basing up the front end as well. So all things considered, bang for your buck sort of thing. It's pretty cool. So anyway, time to switch off and head home. Kind of looks different on the screen to the car, to be fair, to real life, but that's how it goes anyway, isn't it? Oh, this thing's back. Looks a lot better, a lot better now it's lowered. Still a bunch of stuff to do to it. I'm going to get a right early start in the morning. I'll come in and lacquer that Chuckys van, and I'll get onto this. Although, like, there's a bit of a concern about the deadline and, you know, all the stuff that's left to do. Paul's a bit stressing about it, especially, I've told him, like, what happened with the crack and that. The lights are all wired, but I've still got to make these panels. But it's definitely been a setback. But, you know, I've got tattooed on my leg, a goal is a dream with a deadline. And we have a deadline, do you know what I mean? And, like, this thing's a dream, you know, it's Paul's dream. And it's got a deadline. So, therefore, the goal is to get it done for him when I said I'd get it done for him. And I know I've actually, like, I'm later than what it should be, but he was going to be getting my side skirts, and I decided to make him better side skirts. And then, obviously, I had to do a new roof. So that lot put us back 6 weeks. So technically, I'm actually 2 weeks ahead of what I said. I feel it's like I'm a month behind, but I'm not, because of the extra stuff that I've done that wasn't expected. So I'm actually 2 weeks ahead of what I said it would take to do. And that was a guesstimate. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, it's looking great. Right, I'm going home. So it's Sunday, I've been in quite early. So I'm on with that repair, fixing the crack. It came from Jonathan's head. It's nearly off that now. So I'm kind of bouncing in between things, messing on with the roof a little bit. Simon's coming to pick that up soon. And I've been adding some writing on some eyes to this thing. We've got Ongawa down the side of it. It's the team name. And another RB on the back there. A couple of bats. And I'm just on with this one. This side, and then there's some JDM dyno to go on, but I haven't got an orange pen, so, and I know he'll boo if I do it in red. So, not Chucky, Jonathan. So I'll have to get an orange pen, Posca pen. Something like that, eh? RB200 cups available on the website. Ungawa. I have no idea what that means, by the way. Right, I'm about to head home. I've got a car to go and look at for somebody. Still got the black to put around that, but I ended up having to use like 2k paint on that because I didn't have an orange pen. But Jonathan did have some orange paint, so off his Escort, so I've used that. So I've got the black to do around the dyno bit. I've been messing on, put team on it, white highlights and that. White highlights, I've put the .co.uk on it as well. Similar carry on this side. I'm really pleased with this thing, mega fun. And I've been working on this repair where Paul's rear clamp is cracked because of Jonathan headbutting it. I've fiberglassed it, filled it, there's like 4 layers of fiberglass in it, ground it right out. Laid some more fiberglass in it just in this area here, and then took that back a little bit, bit of filler on the top of it just to smooth it out, and then I've just brushed some primer on the top of it just to get it coated up. Hopefully I won't sand through that, it's nice and thick. So that's where we're at the end of today. Reverse it in, eh?
Looking to take your content to the next level? We're Immortal Media, your one-stop shop for videography and editing. From capturing the energy of festivals to creating stunning promotional videos for your brand, we've got you covered. Need a music video or a podcast room to bring your ideas to life? We do that too. Whatever your vision, we'll make it happen. Reach out today and let's create something amazing together.
Right, bit of an update for you whilst I eat a biscuit. Got the wheels off, working on the inner arches now. Got them on, just trimming them back so that they don't catch on the inside of the arch. So they're just about done. They still need to go a little bit more, just a little bit more trimming. Got stuff to do, like black the edges of the back edge of that. It's nothing too major. Still got the full panel alignment to do. That's just tweaking, but it's getting closer and closer. I had to take a little bit out of that corner there because it was catching on that corner there. But yeah, more progress anyway. Every step closer is you know, you can start to smell the finish. Over here, been working on the rear lights. I haven't recorded much of it, or any. But basically, those units are now bonded into the back. Still going off, so just leave it sat there. I hot glued them into place and then bonded around them. The only thing I'm not happy with is the lights are curved that way. So there's little gaps, top and bottom. And I'm not too sure what to do with them, because if I try and put seam sealer in there, that is going to make one holy hell of a mess over the lens. Even if I mask the lens up, it would be really difficult to mask the lens up, to be fair. So I'm not too sure about what to do with that. You know, from the viewing angle, they look absolutely fine. But see, I just don't like that gap there. Very tricky one to deal with. And then down here, Chuckys Mutant. So I lacquered it this morning. I was rushing a little bit, got a couple of runs in it. So I can runs to sort out now. Nothing too major, but one here, one there. There's probably about 5 or 6. I don't know whether I'm going to hit them all. In general, I'm happy with it. Got the arches back on. They look good. The whole thing's looking good. Happy with it. Just like I could have got the lacquer on a little bit better if I wasn't. I just rushed it a little bit. I was got that much to do. Do you know what I mean? And this is sort of. I needed to get Paul's in the booth, like desperately. So I needed to get that out of the booth desperately. So yeah, looks good though. Jonathan complained that I didn't do the JDM Dyno font, but hey, what can you do, eh? I knew he'd say that. I said to Andy, I says the first thing Jonathan will say is, that's not my font. And he did. It was the first thing that he said. I tried to get a bet on with Andy, but he wouldn't take it. I'd have won. So yeah, just about done on that. Bit of mesh, a couple of runs to sort, flatten, polish the runs. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Obviously, it's got bits and pieces of dust in it and stuff, but it'll have to do. It's a race car at the end of the day. I don't think a little bit of dust is going to slow it down at all, but certainly looks the part. Really happy with it. Funky. So I reckon that's probably a video or two. I've not been putting endings on, you know, like the thanks for pressing the buttons and all that sort of stuff. So, because I don't know where the end is and where the start is, you know, like it's hard to tell what I've got recorded apart from the time that's left on the card, you know. But I don't know when the video ends and the video starts, and yeah, and that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on building this, and Cubes then makes a video out of it. So, but I think this is an end because it's Monday. Tuesday I'll be giving him this card, so I'm going to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, pressing buttons and supporting the channel. Jump on the website, grab a cup, grab a hoodie, that's going to help support the channel. And yeah, keep watching, we're going to have Paul's ready soon, it's not far off now. And this will be leaving and on to Simon's. So next one, and I need to get mine built. Look, it's still sat there, just poor thing. So got to get that sorted as well, so still loads to do. But anyway, thanks for watching and all that good stuff, and we'll see you soon. Cheers guys, bye.